Nile Motormouth Jenkins here, welcoming you to our brand new YouTube channel. Hopefully you'll come back and see every segment each and every week, and I will share preventative maintenance tips and regularly scheduled maintenance tips for your car. So whether you know a little bit about your car or absolutely nothing, this is the channel just for you, where I share over 35 years of experience as a qualified and licensed service technician with truck and coach, light truck and passenger vehicles. Come back and visit us and tell your friends, and we'll see you each and every week right here in the Car Connection Workshop on YouTube.
Hey, welcome Car Connection friends. We've got another good segment for you here, an episode on our 1997 Jeep Wrangler TJ Sport. We are getting through it now like a house on fire, or moving at lightning speeds. Yeah, I've heard that somewhere before. Yeah, anyways, let's move at our lightning speed, because we got to get this project moving on now. The mechanicals are done. We're now moving into the interior. We've gotten the old rotted out windshield and windshield frame. Well, the windshield was split completely in half and the frame rotted out. You'll have to watch that segment. That's a separate episode that is up on our website. Not on our website, it's on the YouTube channel. Would you get with it? I only had one coffee today. Come on. Thanks to our program partners that make these videos possible. We couldn't do it without them. Rainbow Motors, Rita and Ramiz, the brothers, up in Scarborough, Ontario, Canada. They have a small car lot there, so you can purchase something there, and you can also have all years, makes, and models service there, up to smaller commercial vehicles. They don't do any heavy commercial vehicles there. Great fellas up there. And we have Earl and Louise Grant at City Auto Sales and Leasing, GTA's premier pre-owned auto store. So if you're looking for a vehicle and you're in that area, or you need to go and get one, it's worth your drive to go to City Auto Sales and Leasing, because Earl and Louise, they're car guys and they are well connected. They do keep a great inventory, but if you're looking for something specific, connect and let them know. And you can find all our program sponsors and show sponsors and recommended businesses at CarConnectionBusinessNetwork.com. So with that, let's move on, and thank you for giving them your business. You'll be well taken care of. A couple of reasons why I made the decision to pull the dash. It is disgustingly filthy in here. Look at this. Look at the dirt back in here, all everywhere. I want the Jeep to service us well for the next number of years. I'm going to use it for hauling firewood out of the bush instead of our FJ Cruiser, and want it to be able to be used if you want to take it somewhere on a trip or whatever. You're comfortable. So the filth is unbelievable. So that's part of the project. This is the heater box, folks. Your car has a heater box. Your car has air conditioning. It's all contained in a unit just like this. It may be smaller, it may be tighter, but it works exactly the same. You have doors that open and close so that you've got heat, you've got cooling, air conditioning, you've got vent, outside air coming inside, you've got vents in the dash at your face, vents to the floor, you got vents for defrost up here. Your vehicle has the exact same unit working exactly the same way. It may not look like this. That's where they always hide a stinking fuse panel. You know where this is? It's behind the glove box, just beneath the airbag. And if you need to get to this fuse panel, isn't that nice? Why would they even do that? I don't know. But at least they give you a roadmap as to what the fuses are and what it works. You know, there's turning signals. Oh, I would think that the turning signal fuse would be in behind the glove box where I can't even get to it. Yeah, of course. Of course, why not? What else have we got? Panel lamps. Oh, my dash lights aren't working. Where's the fuse? Well, this is hidden right up behind the panel that's on the dash for the airbag and your glove box. So I say that to say, isn't that smart? No, why would we put it where you could actually access it very quickly? Because you're not getting to this fuse panel in 5 minutes, folks. It's not a 5-minute job. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. But you also have a really big fuse panel under the hood, too. Why would you not put all the fuses in the same spot? Just asking. It's confusing. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I digress. But I just wanted to say, this is the stuff we put up in automotive to fix your car. We would think the fuse panel's buried up in behind the glove box airbag and the glove box housing and all the panels that are in front of it. You don't get to that in 5 minutes. You got to work at it. Yeah, you got to work at it. So anyways, the concern, twofold, that we got to deal with this dirt. But I didn't want to clean it until you saw it. So the old dash is all out. I've got some work to do. We'll talk about that later. I just wanted to touch on the HVAC. Heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. That's all that stands for. You have HVAC in your home. Heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. This one, thank goodness, doesn't have air conditioning. But the heater box will be exactly the same, just means there's an evaporator core in there, and I'll explain that later on a different video. But for today, we've got some modifications that have happened to this HVAC system. So I'm just going to get my little helper here. Thank you. And get in here. And there's another fuse panel here. Here as well, right here. That's the main. Look at this thing. Look at how the wires come out. Isn't that a pack of pasta right there? Imagine having to trace wiring. Isn't that a beauty? Yeah, they're all organized and labeled and everything. It's just, you know what? I don't know. I don't build them. I got to fix them. Yeah, and here's your horn relay right here. Yeah, so this is all buried. If your horn relay's not working, your horn's not working, the relay's toast, there it is. I think that is a combo. I think it's, if I remember right, it's horn and signals. Yeah. So all this stuff here is all for heating. This is your tri-resistor, which is down there, gives you the fan speeds. And again, folks, no matter what you drive, it's all designed exactly the same. The components may be more modified. This is 1997, so it's a little archaic, but it's all set up the same. These are the relays for the fan motor. That's the tri-resistor for the fan speed. So if you have 4 speeds, 3, 2, 1, it all comes out of that resistor down there. And that's a sweetheart to get to. But we got this really funky panel here. I don't know what this little divot's for. I gotta figure that out, because that's just bizarre. It's like an egg holder. I don't know. Maybe that's where you put your poached egg. Perhaps. So anyways, we've got this. This is a vent from outside, and that's the one that brings water in. If it's not your main drain underneath your cowl outside, if it gets plugged up, there is a tube here that goes down behind the motor. The water comes up, and it'll come in right here. And we put foam in there to attract the moisture. Isn't that great? Why would we not seal that with some kind of caulking? I don't know. They didn't ask me. So anyways, here's what we got going on. I knew for sure in just a quick preliminary look way back on this project, there were heater issues, because I saw this. This is a modification. Why we punched a hole. They drilled a hole first, and then they cut it out. For what? I don't know. That shouldn't be there, because there is a door in there, and that's controlled down here. See where my hand is? There's a cable here. It's not even attached. I'll tell you what this operates. Okay, this goes into the heater controls. This is your hot cold. So when you look on your dash, you see a blue line and you see a red line. Blue line means when you go towards from the fatty to the skinny, or as my Romanian friend, when I worked at Mack Trucks of Canada, he'd say ticky and tinny. So you go from the ticky to the tinny on the blue. That means you want less cold air. But if you go from the tinny to the ticky on the red one, you're wanting heat. I'm freezing cold, get me warm. That's what this door does with this cable. So on today's vehicles, this is all done electronically now, which is even better. That's what I say. It's even more fun. So I come down here, and this door is disconnected. So why did we punch a hole in there? I'm not sure. To let more heat out or let more cool in? But this cable should be attached right here to this lever. So there should be a screw there to hold that in so that when you move the lever in the dash from hot to cold, that door cuts off the heater core, which is your heat. So you go from heat to cool, right? So that's not even connected. So again, I don't have an answer on why there's a hole there, but I got to clean this up, grind this off, and I'll make a nice patch to go on there. We'll get that sealed off, but I'll blow it out first. We got to put some new sealers on here. This foam, it's all rotten. And this is another door. See that? This moves with an actuator right here. So we've got two vacuum actuators here that move the doors. And still on cars today, some of them do have vacuum doors, vacuum operated. So when you're moving the controls in the dash, vacuum will come into this chamber and it will move it like so. Okay? So this is for opening the vents to the center of the dash. But there's the vacuum chamber. So this has three, one up here, one here, and one down below. So what they all do is, to make it easy, they move doors open and close to direct the airflow. So we're going to go to defrost this way, face, and then feet on both sides. There's a foot vent here somewhere. Maybe that's right here. Foot vent right there, and a foot vent right there to the floor. So we got floor, center, defrost. Well, here's the thing. Here's what I found out. See this one here? That closes off defrost. That opens it. Right there. It has to go it'll go all the way down. So when you say to the dash, defrost, and you can also go what I call partly defrost, partly other. Is what it is. Full defrost closes this door down. So all airflow is coming up to the windshield. When you say, no, I want heat to my feet, this will be fully closed. Well, it's not even hooked up. There you go. That's the actuator right there that actuates that door. It's not even hooked up. This should go in here. Let me use my left hand. This should go right in here into a position. So right now it's in, the actuator's in relaxed position. That means it's waiting for you to tell it to do something. So what position would that be? The door would be closed. So this needs to be fastened back to this arm. So this actuator, when you say defrost, then this is going to go open. This will be closed. Feet will be closed. To floor, closed. That's all that means. So we have center vents and side vents. Defrost, center vents, and there'll be a feed. I'll show you how it works. There's a feed to go to the outside so that you have venting to defrost your side windows. This is where it gets even more interesting. Get ready for this one, boys and girls, because this one is really interesting. Okay, so what do we got next that we have to fix? Well, when I got the dash out, look at how filthy everything is. It's just covered in this crud, and you can see windshield was leaking. There's water there. Okay, this goes right in. See the hole in the bottom? This is Mr. Defrost. Okay, so he's going to go in there just like that. He sits on these two pegs in here. That's how that works. Let's see if we can get it on a peg or two here, and we'll hold it in position. I can't see that one. Can I see it now? Can you see it now? Do I have the nut? I have the nut on there. That's why it won't go on. Yeah, so I'll just push that on there. Okay, so now that's our defrost. Here's where it really gets good. We've bored a hole in this side. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. If you enjoyed the video, like I know you did, ring the notification bell. Yeah, and there's one on this side too. Isn't that cool? Just for giggles. I guess this was a practice hole? And maybe this was the real deal. I don't know. But they're not supposed to be there. Here's how it's supposed to look. So stay with me. The short tube, which you'll see in a minute, because he did the same thing on the other side. So this is pretty big, right? It's not going to go in there, but he made it work. I got to give it to the dude. He made it work. So here's what should have happened is, see how this curve is? It even says, I know where mommy is, over here. So this is supposed to go here and go to the very corner vent. And look, here's the holder that even holds it in place, so it doesn't rattle behind the dash. So let me see if I can't rig this up a little bit so you can see exactly how this is supposed to go, because it wasn't like this. Oh, he takes the shifter in the chest. Oh my goodness. I really like that. Yeah. All right, you got to enjoy what you do, right? Oh, I took the light in the kneecap. It's all good. I got one on the other side. Don't worry about it. Okay, so here's what we got. This is supposed to go like that and go on here. And the reason being is, so if you got corner vents, which everybody does because you need defrost blowing on your side glass. So it's coming out like that. Every car is pretty much the same. Everything's the same. This is your defrost, not your defense mechanism. Well, it is a defense against frost, especially on a day like today. Frosting up window is definitely going to happen. So this is the defrost plenum. That's taking airflow. This is closed. That's your center dash. The floor one, well, we don't have one at the moment. This one, I'm not sure what that is just yet. That one. But I got to take, it's absolutely disgustingly filthy. I'm going to tag it. Disgustingly filthy. Yeah. You wait to see the transformation on this. It will blow your mind. Okay, so this is the defrost mechanism plenum that's taking the airflow up to your defrost locations. Windshield, left side window, right side window. Stay with me now. So this one, well, he did a good job on this, but I have to fix this tube because we got to use it. And it's not cut open or anything like that one. I have another tube. And I will say again, if you're going and harvesting parts, get more than you need. Because what will happen is, this, I knew there had been some fudge factor 10. That's the technical term for really screwing stuff up. Fudge factor 10 had taken place in the HVAC system, but I didn't know to what degree, because I did see the holier than thou right here. Not required, not required, not required. So this tube is going to go through here. It's got to go under the column. Or actually, I believe it goes through here. Yes, not under, it goes around it. There's a spot there for it. So this is going to go through here. See how it's working? It wants to find its mommy. So its mommy is over there. So this goes right in there. This goes to the corner vent defrost. Corner vent defrost. But oh no, that's not what we did. Here's what we did. We bored a hole here and one on the other side. So why did we do that? We did that to do this. Okay? You take this, you fold the snot out of it. That's a technical term. You stuff it in there, and then you take this and you jam this on there. Then you take this and you pull it out of there, and you don't even fasten it down. And then you take this end and you put it on there, and then you take this end that you've made a dog's breakfast out of, and you shove it in the hole on this side. And then you put a sticker on there that says, "Look, Mom, I did it myself." And that's going to go on there like that. And what for? And what for? What is it all about? Here's what I came up with. Are you ready? This is the best I could do. That fell off of there. That's a technical error. We're having a costume malfunction here. Participate, please. Okay. This would give you more defrost because you're eliminating defrost from this window, side window, and that side window. So now you can see where what you're going to smash into accurately, but you can't see your side mirrors because the side windows are frosting up. Brilliant. Way to go. Whatever this guy did for a living, I wouldn't want him touching that for me. So, all right, how are we going to fix that? Okay, so this one, I can use my heat gun and I can manipulate this pipe and we can salvage it because both ends are good. They're gonna clamp on to the defrost. So now, okay, this one is toast, but are you ready for it? Can I hear a ta-da? Do we have a ta-da? Okay, I'll do it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! It's almost like a cooking show. And after we wreck the snot out of this one, ta-da! We have a perfectly good one that does not have any extra holes in it. I'm excited. How about you? So, I totally forgot till about 2 days ago. I cleaned the whole, I took the whole interior out of the 2006. All of it. They told me, the guys at the yard said, "Nile, whatever you want, you're willing to put the time in and take it out, it's yours. You can have it." I'm like, seriously? I said, "Thanks, Ralph. I really appreciate that." So now we have all the pieces we need to make this heater box, this HVAC system, come back to normal. So this is going to be our replacement defroster plenum. So that's going to go in here. We're going to put new foam on so we get a positive seal, because you want a positive seal. Otherwise you've got leakage and you're losing airflow. Well, we don't want to lose airflow. So I'm going to get this and just set this in here and just show you how it goes. Just like that. I'll just put the screw in there. Okay, so that's going to be our fix for defrost. Like I said, I don't have this hose, but I have the other hose. Yeah, wherever that is at the moment. So this one we're going to save. I'll heat it and I can get something in there to push that out and it will stay. This one here, it's all over but the crying, because the end that goes over the dimples here, it won't stay on there. I suppose you could clamp. If this was all I had, I would trim that off. I would flare it open with my heat gun and I would just zip tie it on there. It'd be just fine. If that's all I had to work with, yes, I can make it work. This one here, it's almost cut there, but not quite. It's fine. I can get that out, because you want, that may look like not a problem, but you need this so the airflow's not restricted. Leaving the dimples in here that our friend, whoever it was, yeah, we can get that out so we have really good airflow. Why you would do that, I'm not sure, but you know what? We have to go the other way. We have to go from incorrect to correct. So all this dirt, all the foam is decaying. I'll put all new foam on there. The other issues we have is this. We have this hole that doesn't belong there. So I'll square this off. I'll make a metal plate and I have a product called Dum Dum that goes on here because I don't want to seal it 100% in case there is a problem there. There shouldn't be, but I'll make a plate to go on here. I'll use some removable sealer. It's called Dum Dum. It's like putty, and that's what it's designed for, is to seal this stuff. So I'll cut this out, make it nicer and square, and then I'll just put 4 screws in a steel plate. I'll paint it flat black so it looks good, and that'll fix that spot. Then we've got to fix, here is the cable for what this one is for, is it swings the door. If I had the light in here, you might even be able to see that. Let's see if we can see that. Let's get the light on this. Skippy. In here is a door. Okay, I'm going to hold it, and then I'm going to show you what this lever down here does. See it? See the door? Open, close. Close. Open. Close. Okay, what does that door do? That door is your hot cold. So this vehicle's not equipped with air conditioning. Well, right now it is. You have full air conditioning. Full. Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about. It doesn't have air conditioning, but it's still the same HVAC box. Just that the heater core is sitting here. There's no evaporator core in here for air conditioning. But that door closes off from your heater. It would be designed just a little bit different for the evaporator core because you need to shut another door. They may have made this cavity big enough to have the heater core plus an evaporator core, and that flap is going to close and shut. Your heater's not, there'll be a valve that shuts off the hot water flow to the heater core when you go to air conditioning. That's how it works. The plumbing with the hot coolant going through will close, that door will open, and then the air conditioning's on. The fan is down here. So fan is here, heater core, air conditioning unit, and now we move to the section which is what I call the central blow area, control of airflow. It's HVAC, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. So we're working, we got to fix the ventilation. Now we got to fix the flow. So this is the cable that moves in and out, and there's a slider here. You know, it's got the ticky and tinny blue, ticky and tinny red. So if you want less heat, go to the tinny. You want more cool, you go from the tinny to the ticky. So that opens that flap. So that's all this cable does, but it's not even attached. Don't know why. That might be, I don't know. So I got to find out what the fastener is underneath that. This goes to the control. The other end is not even fastened to the door. Okay, number 2. To get airflow, center dash, this is the vent right here. And it is vacuum controlled by a vacuum modulator right here. And so it pulls vacuum from the engine when you move the controls. So when you remove the controls over to vent, it's going to come out the dash. So then vacuum will come to this vacuum module, and it will move it. It will suck it in. It's a vacuum, and it will then close this door or open this door. It'll open this door. Wow, that's working there sort of kind of now. Yeah. So that's this one right here. Sorry, this one. See that? There's 3 vacuum modules in here. Okay, so this one does center dash. So that's face. Okay, so you always see the picture: feet, feet, face, windshield. Something like that. It shows you a human being. Feet, then it's at your chest, then it's at your face. So that's what this one does. This is at face. That one, this one does floor right here. This one. It opens and the vents are right here. One here, one here. One right up in here, That's to feet, floor. And the other one is right here. So that's floor, center vents. Now we want defrost. Here's where we have another problem. The problem is this vacuum control is not attached to the, here we go. Take out our plenum for defrost and take that out of the way. That's like brand spanking new. That's beautiful. And then when I'm done, this will all be clean in here. It'll look really good. Really, really good. And we'll take a shot before we put the dash back in. Okay, so now we got to fix defrost. And it looks like he came up with his own fix, moving the hoses. So there's a door right here, and that closes defrost. That opens it. But how does it open? How does it close? I knew you'd ask. By this control mechanism right here. It's another vacuum diaphragm that when you ask it to switch to defrost, this arm should be attached in here, and it should be opening or closing. So when you say, I don't want defrost, this arm will release and it will close the defrost door. When you want defrost and you move the control to defrost, then this vacuum diaphragm will open that door. Got it? So in this system, this HVAC system, it's vacuum controlled plus cable to move the doors. On today's modern vehicles, because this is 97, it doesn't change other than how the doors open. So in today's vehicles, we have a heating control module or heater control unit, and electronically there's little motors. If you listen, you'll hear a little motor go when you move your dash controls, whether it's push button or whatever it is in your vehicle. I still have knobs in our 07 FJ. You turn it, tell it what you want, floor, dash, defrost. You hear the little motors run, the airflow changes. But in here, it's done by cable, it's done by vacuum diaphragm, but it doesn't change. The functions, that's what I'm trying to say, the functions do not change. You're opening and closing doors to direct airflow. You're opening and closing doors to get heat or cooled or bi-level. Then that's all being done through vacuum diaphragms in here plus linkage. But in today's cars, it's all electronically done. And so that's how your vehicle's heating, air conditioning, and ventilation system works. So if you're not confused now, you shouldn't be. It's pretty much straightforward. You got to open and close doors to change airflow. You got to open and close a door to go from hot to cold or bi-level. It all works the same. So I hope you got something out of that, because when was the last time you got a chance to see all of this? These are all the controls for your heater blower motor, the tri-resistors down there that gives you your fan speeds. On today's cars, got the same controllers, but it's all electronic. This is kind of electronic. We got a relay, we got power to the resistor, and the blower motor is out there under the hood. And there's a toothpick there. Do we have any woodpeckers? That's a really small woodpecker after that. That makes me nervous. Yeah. So that's about it for that. My job next is clean this up, fix it up, and then I've got to put the control unit in. So the heater controls, get all the ductwork in place, and then I got to run this puppy and make sure that this heater system works flawless before I put the upgraded 2006 Jeep Wrangler TJ Dash in position. So we've got a little bit of work to do. We've got a little bit of body work here to do, because this is swollen open. It needs to be as flat as a pancake as this side. I'll fix it here, a couple of gaskets, and then we're ready. So see you in the next episode of the Jeep TJ Wrangler Rescue, because I've got the replacement dash completely ready to go in. So I'm going to share that with you in the next one. So be sure to like, share, and follow. Subscribe, ring the bell. I'm not supposed to say that, but I did. Skippy's already going, "You're not supposed to say that!" Okay, I take that back. Like and follow us on Facebook and Stevensvilleontheweb.ca. Click on the businesses tab. You'll see our profile page open. You can send me an email, and you're going to see some videos there that you will not see on our YouTube channel or anywhere else. Same with Facebook. There's reels on there, thanks to Skippy. Goofy stuff, cool stuff, neat stuff. And sign up for our podcasts through iHeart or any of the major platforms. Search Car Connection Workshop, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.
Well, thank you for stopping by the Car Connection Workshop right here on YouTube. Don't forget to come back and join us for another segment. So like, share, tag, and follow, and ding that bell so that you don't miss a single edition of Car Connection. So till next time, keep it under 100 and put the coffee on, because we're coming to your house.